Tom Curran. The question is, who's next in that spot? We are, let me do this right, I think 15 days away from the NFL draft going down, right? I mean, I think that's an accurate number. Yeah, it's 2 weeks from Thursday. NFL draft going down. Right now, the quarterback room is Jarrett Stidham and Brian Hoyer. Is that their quarterback room, and who gets added to it? What do you got for me, Tom?
Stidham and Hoyer are going to be the mainstays. We'll see if anyone's added to the draft. My feeling is if there is somebody added to the draft, it will probably be a top 12 type player that happened to fall. I don't know if the Patriots are in a position to give away draft resources because they haven't drafted well the last 5 seasons. So if they're starting to give away first-round picks to get up and draft somebody, and second-round and third-round picks, I think that's cuckoo. They need to replenish and get younger. So I really think it'll be Brady. Excuse me, I think it'll be Stidham.
Right.
And Hoyer are going to be in there, and the opportunity will be there for Stidham. But what's huge is you look back at guys who were quarterbacks in 2010 as rookies going into the 2011 season. Colt McCoy gave voice to this. It was incredibly damaging to him as a quarterback going into his second year to lose that offseason because of the lockout. And this is going to be damaging to these guys' developments too, guys like Stidham, because they're going to lose a lot of this. So it's good that they have Hoyer here, but watch this whole group of 2010 quarterbacks and see in 2019 quarterbacks, and see how many are compromised a little bit in their development.
Well, I mean, let's talk brass tacks then, Tom Curran, because Belichick's brilliant. He knows that. I'm sure he knows exactly what you just said about Colt McCoy, and he knows that Stidham's missing some valuable time, and he might covet, obviously, Stidham and his abilities, and that's why they brought Brian Hoyer in. But Hoyer, last year, in that system in Indianapolis, where clearly Brissett was thriving before he got hurt, and we all talk about how Frank Reich is a quarterback guru, Hoyer looked terrible. There's no other way to put it. The Colts could not score. Their entire season got kneecapped when the knee of Brissett's gave way. So what about a free agent? What about somebody else being brought in? Now, we know there's Jameis out there. We also know what Scott Pioli said, how Cam wouldn't be a fit for Belichick. Charlie Weiss told us when he came on that he thought Dalton would be the best fit for this system. Is any of that, do you think, possible post-draft if the draft does not go the way for the Patriots to add a third here?
I was just told during the whole process before Brady left that they didn't believe that their team would be in veteran quarterback, mid-tier, the market for that kind of player. So that could certainly change if they don't get someone in the draft to add in that quarterback room. But you don't have a lot of cap room, and if you're going to if Andy Dalton wants more than $7 million, which is what Mariota's getting, I believe, in Oakland to compete, what's Dalton going to settle for? What's Jameis going to settle for? Are you going to give these guys multi-year deals? They're screwed. I mean, they're up against the cap. Their roster is kind of old. They've done poorly in the last 5 drafts. They got big problems that, fortunately, they have the best coach to ever do it, who can make sure that this isn't a 3, 4, or 5 win team. But they have big problems to address that just bringing in Andy Dalton, who may slow the progress of a Stidham or whoever else you draft, I don't think is a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, we had Jalen Hurts on. I asked him if any of his Zoom interviews involved somebody who knew Nick Saban very, very well, and he laughed and said no comment. So, I know they don't have a 2 because that's in Atlanta's possession because of the Mohamed Sanu trade. So what do you think about that as a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, trade back 100%, 100% trade back from the 23rd overall pick and get that second-round pick and add another pick. And that makes terrific sense.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.